Hello everyone. Uh, I'm here to discuss 10 problems. 10 probable problems that can come in WBCS Mains Maths paper. Uh, Basically, this series that I'm going to do would involve solving 10 problems, each from a different topic under WBCS Mains. And by covering 10 problems every day, I'd be covering the entire syllabus. So, the first problem I have is a problem from ratio and proportion. It basically says that a person ordered 4 t-shirts of brand A and some t-shirts of brand B. So we pictorially write A and B. These are the two brands, and the person ordered 4 of brand A and a certain number denoted by box of brand B. So this is the quantity. The price of one shirt of brand A was twice that of brand B. So if price of brand B is X, price of brand A is 2X for one piece of shirt. When the order was executed, it was found that the numbers of the two brands had been interchanged. So this was the original order. This was what was executed, right? What was executed? So what was executed was this. So whatever be the amount ordered for B was ordered for A, and 4 was ordered for A. So 4 got ordered for B. The prices remaining the same. So now the problem is saying that the bill increased by 40%, right? So when the bill is increased by 40%, what does it mean? The ratio of the old bill to the new bill is 140 by 100. If you strike by 20, you get 7 by 5. So the ratio of the old bill to the new bill is 7 by 5. And what is the old bill to the new bill? Sorry, this is the new bill to the old bill. I beg your pardon. This is the new bill to the old bill. New bill, and this would be the old bill. And so this is basically this multiplied by this plus this multiplied by this. So we get 4x plus 2 box x divided by 4 into 2 x plus box x. In other words, we can strike out the x's. Gets 4 plus 2 box by 8 plus box is equal to 7 by 5. Now we can just solve it, right? We get 56 plus 7 box on the left. We get 20 plus 10 box on the right, and this would give us, if we take this here and this here, we get 36 on the left and 3 box on the right. Solving, we get box is equal to 12. So the number of the number of B ordered is 12. So A is to B would be 4 is to 12, which is equal to 1 is to 3. So 1 is to 3 would be the correct answer. Right. So that was problem 1, which I think I could explain pretty clearly. The way to shorten out the problem is basically by drawing it pictorially. That would give you a better understanding of what the problem is trying to say. Okay, the next problem out here says that A and B, there's a piece of work, and A and B together can do the piece of work in 8 days. B and C together can do the same work in 24 days. And C and A, this is can together do the full work in 8 4 by 7 days, which would become 8 into 7 is 56 plus 4 is 60, so it's 60 by 7 days. So in one day, work done by AB is 1 by 8. Work done by B and C is 1 by 24. Work done by C and A is 7 by 60. So if in one day, work done by A, B and C would be how much? It would be work done by AB plus work done by BC plus work done by CA, is it? No, because every time we add these, one of the values of the amount of work done by A will be counted twice, the amount of work done by B would be counted twice, and the amount of work done by C would be counted twice. So basically, this expression divided by half would give us the answer. So what is the value of the expression? It is 1 by 8 plus 1 by 24 plus 7 by 60, and the whole thing divided by half, and that would give us, if you take the LCM at the bottom, we get 120, and you get 15, you get 5, and you get 14 at the top. So you get 240 at the bottom and 34 at the top. So this is the amount of work done by A, B and C in one day. So W, A, B and C is 34 by 240. Then we have to find work done by C. That is the answer we need. So that is basically the work done by ABC minus work done by AB. That would give us the work done by C in one day. So that would be 34 by 240 minus 1 by 8. If you take the denominator common, you get 34, and here you get 30, because if you notice carefully, 1 by 8 is equal to 34 is equal to 30 by 240, so you get 4 by 240, which is equal to 1 by 60. So C does 1 by 60 of the work in one day. Then C would complete the work. C would complete the work in 60 days. Right? That is the correct answer. Question number 3. Question number 3 says we have to find, we have given two numbers, 3 to the power of 3 to the power of 3, 3, 3 plus 1. And we have 3 to the power of 3 to the power of 3, 3, 4 plus 1. We are asked to find the HCF. We find the HCF of these two. What our strategy is, we take the larger of the two. Which is the larger of the two? Definitely this is larger than this. So we take 3, 3, 3, 4 plus 1. We try to factorize it. How do we factorize it? we see 3 to the power 3 to the power 3, 3, 4 would be 3 to the power 3, 3, 3 into 3 plus 1. This whole thing is in exponent. 3, 3, 4. 3 to the power 3, 3, 4 is 3 to the power 3, 3, 3 plus into 3 to the power 1 or 3. So this gives us 3 to the power 3, 3, 3 to the power 3 to the power 3, 3, 3 whole cube plus 1. Now, as we know, the formula a cube plus b cube gives us a plus b multiplied by a squared minus ab plus b squared. So this gives us 3 to the power 3, 3, 3, oops, 3 to the power 3 to the power 3, 3, 3 plus 1 multiplied by some number. We put it as n. What we notice is this is the same as this. In other words, 3 to the power 3 to the power 3, 3, 3 plus 1 divides 3 to the power 3 to the power 3, 3, 4 plus 1, which means that the GCD of 3, 3, 3 to the power 3, 3, 3 plus 1 and 3 to the power 3 to the power 3, 3, 4 plus 1 is 3 to the power 3 to the power 3, 3, 3 plus 1. So this would be our final answer. Question number 4 asks us to find the remainder when 2 to the power 31 is divided by 5. Okay, before we solve the problem, let us theorize a bit. We have something called Fermat's little theorem. Fermat's little theorem. And what does Fermat's little theorem say? It says that for a prime number p, 2 to the power p would leave a remainder of 2 when divided by 5, or 2 to the power p is equal to 2 mod 5. Mod p, not 5. This is equivalent to 2 to the power p minus 1 would leave a remainder of 1 mod p. Now if you connect it to this question, you see that 5 is a prime number, so we can take p is equal to 5 and we get the result 2 to the power 4 leaves a remainder of 1 mod 5. We have to use this result to find this. So how do you do that? We take 2 to the power 31 and we break it into factors such that we try to find out which of the factors are fourth power of 2. How many fourth powers of 2 are there in 2 to the power 31? So 2 to the power 4 and 2 to the power 4 gives 2 to the power 8. Another 2 to the power 4 gives 2 to the power 12. Another 2 to the power 4 gives 2 to the power 16. Another 2 to the power 4 gives 2 to the power 20. Another 2 to the power 4 gives 2 to the power 24. Another 2 to the power 4 gives 2 to the power 28. What we are left with now is 2 to the power 3, because 2 to the power 4 here would give us 2 to the power 32, but we have only 2 to the power 31. So this would, when divided by 5, would give us 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and 8 when divided by 5. And 8 mod 5 is basically 3 mod 5, because 8 leaves a remainder of 3 when divided by 5. Hence our result is 3. Okay, one more thing which I think you might have a doubt about is, why did we multiply the remainders? The thing is, we have this theorem that if number A leaves a remainder of R1 when divided by another prime, and a remainder, and B, say, leaves a remainder of R2 when divided by a prime, AB will leave a remainder of R1 or 2 when divided by a prime. We have basically used this over here, and since A out here is nothing but 2 to the power 4, so every 2 to the power 4 would give us 1 when divided by 5. So that is basically what we have done. The next question, it says that n leaves a remainder of 2 when divided by 5. It's asking us how much will n square leave when divided by 5. This is basically nothing but an application of this. So n into n would be 2 into 2 mod 5, which is 4 mod 5. So n leaves a remainder of 4 when divided by 5. The next question says that a man walks a kilometers in b hours. So how much will it take to walk 200 meters? We have speed is equal to distance divided by time. We have time is equal to distance divided by speed. So plugging in the values of d and t, we get a by b as the kilometers per hour as the speed, and we convert it into meters per second, a by b into 5 by 18 meters per second, and we again convert it into hours. We don't need to convert it into seconds because we have to find the time in hours, as all the options are given in hours. So what we do is we plug in 200 meters or 0.2 kilometers, and we find d by s. So d is 2.2 and s is a by b. So we get b by 5a hours as the answer. Next, we have a train which is length is 800 meters and which has a speed of 78 kilometer per hour, and it's always easier to convert it into meters per second. This would give us 39, this would give us 9. We can again cut by 3, and we get 13, or you get 65 by 3 meters per second. Now it crosses the tunnel in 1 minute. So when you cross, when the train crosses the tunnel, the mouth of the train will pass, and the length and the end of the train will also pass. Only then can we say that it has crossed the tunnel, right? So the distance traveled by A would be the distance traveled by the train while crossing the tunnel. And how much is the distance? It is the length of the train and the length of the tunnel, and that is the distance. And the speed of the train is 65 by 3 meters. Now this length of the train is given as 800, and the length of the tunnel is not given, it's to be found. And the time is 1 minute. The time is 60 seconds. So time is given by distance divided by speed, which is 800 plus tunnel length divided by speed, and that gives us the tunnel length we come to is 500 meters. The next question is asking us to find the ratio of the area of the square to that of the square drawn on its diagonal. Okay, so this is the square whose area we need to find, and this is the given square. So this is the given square. Let's assume its length is x and its breadth will also be x. So the diagonal length would be x root over of 2. Now this length would be the side of the square, so this would be length of each side of the square whose area we need to find, and the area of the square would be x root over of 2 square, which is x 2x 2x square, sorry, and that is twice the area of the original square. So the area of the square A0, which is the square, which is the initial square, and A1, which is the square drawn on the diagonal of A0, would give us 2:1. Oops, it gives us 1:2. Question number 9. Question number 9 gives us a sequence and it asks us to find the missing number. How do we approach it? We study each of these numbers and we try to find a pattern. If we cannot find a pattern, we look at the intervals and try to find a pattern. Now, since we couldn't find a pattern with the numbers, let us look at the intervals. we have 1, we have 9, we have 81, we have 121. If we look at it closely, these are nothing but squares, and not just squares of any number, they're squares of the odd numbers. Since they're squares of the odd numbers, we can put a guess, because there are 2 odd numbers whose squares are missing, which is 5 square. Now let us put in 5 square and see how much this number would come to. So this is 25, so you add 25 to 15, we get 40, and the difference now between 40 and 89 is 49, which is 7 squared, which matches our prediction, and hence the missing number as we get is 40. So 40 is the answer. Going to the last question for today's round, we have a series 2 plus 4 plus 6 dot up to 198. It asks us to find the middle term. Now this is an AP series whose initial term is 2, and the common ratio, common difference is 2. We first have to find the total number of terms in order to find which term is the middle term. Unless we know the total number of terms, we cannot find. So let us consider the total number of terms to be n. N is the total number of terms, and so the last term, which is 198, can be got by this formula. This would give us n to be 99. So there are 99 terms in the series. This tells us that the middle term is the 50th. So 50th term is the middle term. So we have to find the 50th term, as simple as that. So 50th term equal to 2, 50 minus 1 into 2, plus 49 into 2, it gives us 100. There's another very interesting way of doing this, and it's a much shorter method. Since we have been asked to find the middle term, we can assume that there are odd number of terms, because an even number of terms would never give us a middle term. So we assume there are odd number of terms, and when there are odd number of terms and we know the first term and the last term, middle term would be just the first term and the last term by 2, which is 100. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed.